Indy Mogul.
This episode of Indy Mogul is brought to you by Friday the 13th, in theaters February 13th.
Coraline Jones always dreamed of finding a better world. But never did she imagine that she'd discover it in her own home.
In 1993, Tim Burton teamed with Disney to make The Nightmare Before Christmas and bring stop-motion animation back into the mainstream. It didn't quite catch on, but stop-motion did gain a new cult following that was fueled by Burton's efforts and all the charming work coming out of England's Aardman Animation Studio. One of the few stars to emerge from the genre was animator Henry Selick. After his directorial debut with Nightmare, Selick directed James and the Giant Peach before going on to provide animation for Monkey Bone and Wes Anderson's The Life Aquatic. He then joined American animation studio Laika, the company behind Coraline. Coraline is a dark children's fantasy novel by popular sci-fi and fantasy writer Neil Gaiman. Gaiman's the perfect fit with stop-motion animation, as he too has a cult following. But did two popular cults make a mainstream hit? The disappointing box office performance of Gaiman's Stardust is not a good sign. Although, what is encouraging is that this is the first animated film to be distributed by Focus Features, who know a thing or two about quality content. Add to that this is the first stop-motion film to be shot in digital 3D, and we might be looking at one of those rare cult hits that defines a generation. Wow, 3D movies sure are getting popular, and the New York Times has said that soon Hollywood will be charging $25 a ticket for a 3D movie. Would you pay that much for Coraline, or the upcoming Monsters vs. Aliens? Or what about James Cameron's first film in 12 years, Avatar? Let's take a moment to think about this.
Rated R starts Friday, February 13th.
The exact same thing, but completely different. You're watching Indy Mogul.
Okay, here's what I'm thinking. I would pay $25 to see James Cameron's Avatar in 3D. However, I'd only see it once, while I saw The Dark Knight 3 times. So if you do the math, and yes, it does cost $12.50 to see a movie in New York City, Hollywood would be losing money from the price hike. Think about it, Hollywood. Now let's go see if audiences thought Coraline was money well spent. What made you go and see this today?
It just seemed like a very creative piece, and I'm a fan of Henry Selick's work.
How did Henry Selick do? Is he getting better? Is he on? What do you think?
I'm impressed.
Yeah?
I'm impressed.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting.
I didn't like this one as much as Nightmare Before Christmas, to be honest with you.
Did you like it?
It was good, but it was a little bit slow in places there.
I liked how it wasn't specifically for kids, and that it was a little more adult. It had some more adult themes than that.
Say to adults who aren't sure if they should see this.
Everybody has a little bit of kid in them. Everybody should go see it.
Can kids see it, or is it too scary for them?
No, it's fine. I mean, if the parents are fine taking to A Night Before Christmas, they'll be fine with this.
Even for a kid's movie, I was a little freaked out too, but I loved it.
Artistically, I mean, it's very creative, fascinating, but just, I don't know. The action wasn't as, it just didn't keep my attention.
What did you think of the 3D? Did it need to be in 3D?
I thought it was good. The 3D, I liked it.
I loved it. Yeah. It was so much more exciting.
It's subtle. It looks like it's like the next way to see these kind of movies is, I would only see it in 3D.
It still has some imperfections, but I think it'll, over time, a couple of years, might even be standard.
What if they bring the price up to $25 like they're planning to do?
Yeah, that's why I see matinees. No, I don't get paid $25 for a movie. I'll steal it first.
So what do you say to people who, want the slickness of computer animation over stop motion?
I think they're crazy.
I think claymation, it definitely offers a different experience than computer animation, and it's definitely very creative. There's so many things that you can do with claymation that you can't do with computers.
The sets are beautiful, and just the time it takes, to move it frame by frame, it's just beautiful. It's an art.
Yeah, exactly. Was this a work of art?
It was. It really was. I definitely believe that.
And what would you give the movie on a 1 to 10?
I gotta give it a 7.
I'll give it a 10. I was really impressed.
7 or maybe an 8.
A 9.9.
Ooh, why the point off? Why the point 1 off?
Why the point 1? I don't know. I think I didn't have enough good snacks with me. That might have been why. Yeah.
Yeah, so get the full experience,
That's
right?
right. Get some popcorn next time.
Yes, audiences agree that Coraline isn't just a movie, but a work of art, giving it an 8.5. And we're out here every Friday covering every major release. So be sure to subscribe to Beyond the Trailer's very own channel so you never miss an episode. I'm Grace Randolph, and you've just gone Beyond the Trailer.